I feel like there will be a round 2 of the punishment, but it will come a little bit later.
No, trust me, I've punished them enough. These motherfuckers have paid me so much money for doing literally nothing this month. So, and they know.
They know it. They know damn right.
I told them exactly everything that was going to happen before it happened. So
You know damn right.
I told them exactly, both my director and my manager, what was going to happen if they did that.
Oh, they tested you, and they got to see that you are a man of your word.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's what I should have done too, but honestly, to like have a stable.
You weren't in a position to do it, unfortunately.
No.
You have to.
I can't cast
give them
that
a
yet. Spare
nasty
isn't
number.
That's still
Well, that's kind of what I always felt. I don't have any leverage in the company.
That's
Yeah.
still recharging. Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
You'll get
That's
some
still
to the point
recharging.
where I was supposed to
That
get
spell
mine.
isn't ready yet.
3 months
I
into the
can't
company
cast
and
that
still
yet.
really hadn't
That's
done
still
much.
recharging. That spell
Wasn't
isn't
until a
ready
month
yet.
before
I
I
can't cast
really
that yet.
started
That's still recharging.
discovering
That
myself.
spell isn't ready yet.
We'll start to see turns around for me, I guess.
My manager listens to my calls, Mom. Oh, like the other day, I got off a call and the guy goes, "Dude, this is just too easy for you. This shit is way too simple." It is. It really is. I feel like I'm chasing them if I'm deciding to do that.
That's still recharging. I can't cast
I mean,
that
technically
yet.
you are,
Yeah.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast
especially by
that yet.
comparison to some of the other trash that they have
Spell
as
isn't
salespeople.
ready
So
yet.
Well, I had a coaching with a guy on Friday.
That's still recharging.
Guy and a girl. And the girl I coached into a sale. So I was giving her feedback, whatnot. It was actually Mercedes. Marco stuck me with Mercedes.
I was in
And
that.
then,
Wasn't I in on that?
when she got her sale?
Yeah, I wasn't on that.
Yeah. And then after that, I interviewed Troy, and I still haven't given him his feedback. I was like, I need to write this out so that I can say it like in a way that makes sense to you, because I'm a big why guy. Like, I feel like if I'm teaching,
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
and I still haven't given it to him yet because he was so off base. He was gonna be at that, like, he has to start from scratch because what he's doing is completely wrong on so many levels, and it's like you can't fix that. You can't give that advice. You just have to have them start from scratch and show them a couple things that work and have them use that instead.
Yeah.
This guy, bro, every single time he started a call, he just didn't. He had no flow. He has a. What's the funny part is he's probably got like one of the most male-friendly, commanding voices on the team. Black dude. And but he's just got no skill. And it's like he needs to lean into his confidence a little bit and focus on the correct things, because he's all hung up on other shit that is just getting the call to end before it has a chance to start.
Like what kind of stuff?
I don't know, man. His intro was just, it wasn't consistent at all, and that's part of the problem too, is when you don't have a consistent intro, then you don't know what to sharpen. Because you're just throwing shit at the wall each time. Sometimes
Yeah, that's fair enough.
sometimes it doesn't. But if you're not using the same pile of shit to throw at the wall each time, you're not gonna have any consistency. It's just gonna be diarrhea every fucking time you speak, every call. And that's what it felt like. I was like, dude, I I can't give you the tips that you need right now. I'm just gonna think about it over the weekend, and I'll get back with you. And literally, the week went by, and I didn't give him anything.
I mean,
on Monday though, I'm finally just gonna get in a VC with him, and I'm gonna be like, listen, dude, like your shit's all kind of. I'm gonna say it in a tactful way. Obviously,
of
that's
course.
productive.
Of course.
But I'm gonna try to make it seem like you gotta lean into the things that you've got going for you and completely change the things that aren't. And the things that are working for him is that he's got a good commanding voice. He just needs to sound more confident in his calls, and he needs to have a structured flow. That's it.
Hey, Dev, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of curious.
And bro, I was blown away because while I was coaching him, he would take about 5 minutes in between each call.
For what?
So eventually, like analyze your like process. I'm thinking he's just 5 minutes. This
Shelter your weak, your young, and your old. Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy. The reckoning has
Wow.
come.
Sounds like he wants his job.
Yeah, he does. He's a hungry guy. That's why I want to make sure that the advice I give him is good advice. Because if he could change a couple foundational things, he'd actually be a good agent. But he spends all his time, 5 minutes in between each call, doing all this research. Bro, when I do calls, I don't look at a single thing. I make the dial, and before I even open a single link, the phone is ringing. Then I open their Yelp page, and then I go to the data part, and I refresh the data so I can see how many searches there's been.
Exactly what I do.
That is literally it. But
Dev,
this guy is going through and doing
thanks for all the
million
T-fuel.
different things. And then by the time somebody answers the phone, he's so jumbled and just doesn't get a chance to use any of it.
Well,
Yeah. And he's only doing.
Thank you for all the
this
T-fuel, Dev.
research
Sorry,
and all
we're
this
talking about
shit, I
my
think
job.
because he's just insecure, and he knows he's lacking somewhere. Yeah, I don't think he can identify where.
Because we both work at the same job now, so.
Ready for the time that somebody's ready to talk to him. He's got all this info to sell. But I didn't get to hear that at all because every fucking intro he did was such a mess and all over.
Seriously, thank you for all of that, all the T-fuel. It means a lot. Every T-fuel counts, man. Every T-fuel counts. How is Cersei doing? I haven't seen Cersei in forever.
You know firsthand, Matt, and I do too, because when I started, I was pitching a lot, not closing.
Yep.
It's because we get in the zone of making sure that we're like almost reteaching every single thing that we learned, and it's just overcomplicating things.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're the agent and they're the consumer.
Well,
and we have to keep things simple.
I actually
make them understand all the complexities that we know.
They give us in training, the first month of training, like a word salad of just a whole bunch of shit that most people will never need to hear in order to have, you know, to be sold something. They're doing that mostly for, I guess, to, you know, prepare. Yeah, they're just preparing you. Yeah. Well, not just that, just so that you have something to, like, back up on. If, you know, let's say, for instance, someone does throw these things at you, you have the ability to, like, you know, call in the knowledge of using that, you know, counter that you've learned. They definitely...
You know why it's good, too? Because if you're having a super off day, you can always go back to the script if a manager... hasn't happened to me yet, but if you're having an off day and the manager's bothering you, okay, I'll just go right to the script and just read off that, you know?
Yep.
That's always an option.
Yep.
You can't get in trouble with that.
Nope.
Fucking script. A little twist on it, if that's what you want to do, to get you back into the flow.
That sucks. Cersei left.
It's a fail-proof.
That really sucks. Is there any reason why she left in particular, Deb?
I haven't heard a damn thing about the script though, literally since I left my original team.
Yeah.
Has not ever once mentioned the script.
That's the recharge.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because she's like being told to say that by the director, or if she genuinely believes that. Like that I'm not clear on. I want to say that it's probably because of the director, but if you
It sounds like from what you told me is that your manager is pitching because she wants to sale for you.
it does feel like that.
He doesn't at all. I can't remember my manager has bothered me while I was
And that's very nice. I wish I could say the same.
A commencing fire! Time is short! I'll soon retire!
I know I don't need to worry about you if you got somebody on the phone. I know you're saying the right things. I've heard you mechanically say the same shit over and over and over again. And you keep it simple, so I don't feel like I need to listen or tell you shit. He likes what I do, you know?
Yeah.
Your manager, on the other hand, likes what she does.
Yeah.
And so it's literally a difference of ego, I think. It might, it's, she doesn't feel it's the same way my guy does me,
That's still
but
recharging.
our manager's style of revenue as a team is...
I think that's exactly what it is.
That's still recharging.
I think that's true for 70% of her agents. I think there's 3 agents that she does trust, although as we've clearly covered, she shouldn't, because those agents are not having retention on their fucking sales.
That's still
I'm one
recharging.
of the best.
That's still recharging.
Nice.
There's people that pull more revenue.
Well, okay, well, let's be clear. It's more potential revenue, because they're not pulling more revenue because these people aren't sticking around.
Okay, fair. But
That's...
anyway, we did a deep dive on some of the best agents in Yelp, about 10 of them, and not even including a couple that are on Matt's team. And their average retention rate is around 20 to 30%, where mine is 60 to 70%.
Wow.
So
Huge
it's not
difference.
not even close. And what's funny is Matt's manager makes them go through the process of setting the page up with the person. I don't do that at all. I have the responsibility in their hands, and I think there's a psychological benefit.
That's still
And
recharging.
they set the
Fast and soon!
That's
You
still
try
recharging.
and fail! Let there be no doubt! Justice prevails!
Isn't ready yet.
That really sucks, Dev. I'm really sorry to
How's your
that
retention?
happened.
a couple other things
Past that yet.
are making a difference.
That really sucks.
It
That
sounds
really,
like
really
something
sucks.
that
Especially
they're
considering Theta's
lying or being
a
extremely
pretty
deceptive.
fucking...
I break everything down with the person.
pretty friendly platform in
So there's no
general,
full
so
expectation.
to hear that, that sucks.
They're not
Past that
surprises,
yet.
you know what I mean?
That's still
Yeah.
recharging.
Matthew's pretty good. We didn't actually look too deep into it, but
My retention?
That's
Yeah.
still recharging.
Yeah, I think I have about a 60% retention at the moment. I mean, obviously things can change if I follow this woman's tactic the whole fucking time, because clearly there's something wrong with it. I don't know.
if you're using the shit I taught you, your retention rate is good. If you're using the shit she taught you, your retention rate is going to be the same as your team's.
Yeah, well, that's why I said I'm gonna give this a month. I'm gonna see what the fuck, if I can really keep her, like, at bay, figure out a way to keep her at bay, and if I can't, I'll switch teams. I'm not gonna sit there under a management style that is gonna literally cripple my and hamstring me from being able to, like, really become a top performing rep. Like, if I feel like I'm gonna be hindered, I'll ditch out.
But like I said, though, the opposite end of the spectrum, if you truly want her to stop, and this is what I learned at Comcast, if a manager ever bothers you, anytime anybody ever messages you, they're going to do something for me right then and there. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad you messaged me. This.
That's still recharging.
Thanks.
I'd have to do
Every time
that.
somebody ever messages you, give them a little bit of work to do, and you'll notice all of a sudden nobody fucking messages you anymore.
That's still recharging.
So what I was gonna say is using that logic on how she wants you to actively type to her during your pitch,
Yeah.
let her know, hey, I'm on a pitch.
That's still recharging.
Already know
Cast
pop
that
over
yet.
you and
That
it's
spade
gonna
isn't ready
Yeah.
yet. That
Then
still
just don't say
recharging. That
let
spade
her
isn't ready
completely do the
yet.
talking
I
and you
can't
just
cast
and
that
repeat everything she says. Just stay quiet in between.
That's not an issue. Okay. I will be
But
trying.
if it bothers you, if it bothered me, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna conclude something.
That spade isn't ready
Literally
yet.
closing
That's
sales
still
for you.
recharging.
Or with you
I
doing
can't
that,
cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Yeah.
or she's eventually going to be like, dude, you're not really participating much. I need you to participate. Oh, okay, then I need you to not interrupt me so I can develop. Type to me if you want to talk.
I just
If you want me to say something.
my
It'd be one way or the other though. This whole
Yeah, I know.
bullshit, I wouldn't do that.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to be. I don't want her to be in this like power driving position, because honestly, the part that sucks most about the whole thing for me with that is that she sits there and does that, and I can't hear them, so they just fucking hang up the phone when they just get frustrated with the fact that they think there's some kind of phone delay or some shit, and then I can't get them back. Like, that really fucking pisses me off.
You know, I'm going through the manager
Cast that yet.
on
That's still
Thursday.
recharging.
Course
That
that was
spade
about
isn't ready yet.
identifying what each agent needs. And then there was like a chart, and it was like, does this guy need constant barging? You know.
Yeah.
This
That
guy
spade
needs,
isn't ready
uh,
yet.
they-
That's
they-
still
there was this
recharging.
whole
I can't
chart
cast
of
that yet.
different things.
That's still recharging.
And it was funny because I was literally like the most self-sufficient type of agent that there could be. Whereas you go to an agent with a manager like you've got, and you would be on the opposite.
That spade isn't
You're the type
ready
of
yet.
agent
That's
who's
still
like
recharging.
extreme
That
management.
spade isn't
No, what? To her, yeah. I don't need extreme management, but from her perspective, that's what she perceives it. I think what it is, and I'm gonna say what I think this is as a result, why she does this. I think it's a knee-jerk reaction. I think she got pitted with a bunch of new employees at one point in time that couldn't handle themselves, had no ability to fucking think for themselves, or to delineate from the script, no ability to like figure themselves out. And as a result, she feels now that the only way that she can have the entire team be successful is for her to do the exact same thing that she did with the one person that she probably turned from a fucking nobody into a somebody. That's what I'm gonna say. I feel like it is. It's a knee-jerk reaction.
But yeah, and you're probably partially right there as well, because my manager, remember, was a new hire training manager who got a promotion at the same time that everybody on his team got a promotion. So his level of management went up to a veteran org at the same time as all the agents on the team that we were on got promoted to veterans. So we were in a very unique circumstance where I don't think that happens too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some credence to what you're saying as well, I think, there. But at the same time, you also have to blame yourself a little bit for not communicating as well as you could, for at least letting your manager know what your style of preferred management is.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, I have to have the talk with her. I've only had one-on-one with her, and it was for one-on-one with her, and it was when I initially got hired, and it was for 15 minutes. Since then, my total talk time to her has been less than 5 minutes total. So,
Yeah.
I need to actually sit down and talk with her, obviously.
The sooner the better, because
Yeah.
what's gonna happen is if you wait too long, it could possibly offend her, because
Yeah, of
she's
course.
getting you used to a certain style, and then all of a sudden she's gonna learn you don't like it. Whereas before, had you just been upfront with it,
Yep.
it
No,
would be
I
no
definitely have to
personal
talk.
attachment involved.
I definitely have to talk to her. I don't mind if she wants to direct some of what I'm saying. Sure, maybe I'm saying something stupid and you feel like there may be something that could be done better slightly. That's fine. just don't talk over me. Just give me the chance to actually read what you're fucking writing, and I'll determine whether or not I feel like it's the best approach to this. Let me at least go through some stuff. And if I start to fail, that's what I have to tell her, really. I should tell her.
Okay,
It's not your, it's not your, it's not your right to really say, deduce whether you want to say it or not. They're managers for a reason, so we have to say what they want us to say. What you ought to do is think about exactly how you want to say.
Right, okay, yeah, right. When I say, when I was thinking in my head is not whether or not I would say something, just whether or not I would say it in the exact words that she would use it, or if I have a better feel for the kind of flow that this particular person has, because I'm the one who's been spending the time building rapport with this person. You barged in on the conversation, so you don't know the language that I'm using with this person. So if I know that there's a specific way that I can talk to this person to make them feel slightly ever more comfortable in the decision-making method, then let me at least give that a fucking try. And I am myself am actually taking a lot of the words out of the way that I communicate with people too. So it's not like I'm sitting there like I was before, where it was just word verbiage on this people. I've actually really pulled back a lot on that. So I just
Good. The less you say, the more powerful it is.
yeah, I'm definitely pulling back a lot on that. I like this last guy, it was a long call, but I wasn't saying very much in the call. The vast majority of the call was me waiting for him to set shit up.
Yeah.
Which was exhausting. I gotta be honest. Completely fucking exhausting. But I did it.
Yeah, dude, the whole setup thing is just a really... And my whole team was blown away when they learned that I was not doing that. They were almost even a little offended.
Well, the thing is
You're not helping them set up their page after they pay? No. I'm directing them straight to the onboarding email. I'm explaining that email in depth.
Yep.
That the power is in their hands. You know, if they have any questions, I let them know I'm available at any time. They can block out a half hour with me. They can call me. They can email me. I let them know I'm there. I'm letting them know, listen, I'm your bitch for Yelp. It's my job to make sure you're fucking successful. But I'm not gonna set your fucking page up for you, bro. I'm gonna let you know exactly what you need to look at to do it professionally. And that's it. And it's fucking working better than what other people were doing.
yeah, that's true.
My retention rate is fucking godlike.
Yeah, I mean, that really sucks, Dev. By the way, that really sucks about the streamers and people thinking that shit. I mean, it's just ego, honestly, at the end of the day, Dev.
What Dev say?
Cersei, his wife, just felt very uncomfortable on Theta, so she left. People there
Mukra!
That sucks.
done be fucking up.
Drink!
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I understand why she's doing what she's doing. I just need to bring it into control, into something that I can actually use in some way where she's not feeling like I'm just cutting her out of the entire process, and making her feel comfortable knowing that I can handle shit and that I'm willing to rely on her as a backup in case I do get stumped on something, but otherwise letting her know that, hey, I might be a month to her, but I'm pretty fucking self-sufficient because I'm not some low intelligent fucking individual. I actually have the ability to, you know, figure shit out for myself.
Mogra!
Well, first you gotta communicate and you gotta show her.
Yep.
May your blades never dull. Glory to the Horde.
You're more than welcome, Fudd. You're more than welcome, Rebecca. By the way, let me know when you're starting the invites for shit, because I'm just
I
running.
basically made a deal with my boss. I told my boss, like, bro, listen, I'm gonna shoot for a sale a day. If I don't get a sale, then, like, my output will be good, you know, at least in other areas.
Yep.
And he's totally okay with that. Like, if I get a sale and then I just fuck off the rest of the day, he literally doesn't say anything. Sometimes he'll even ask me, "Are you gone for the day?" I don't even reply to that, bro.
Out of curiosity, though, because here's where I think the two managers are different. Is your manager trying to push for a top spot in revenue? In like...
Yeah, I mean, our managers make direct checks.
I get that. No, what I'm saying is he like trying to shoot for like a top 1 or 2 position team. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, he wants every manager's goal is to be the best in New York. They wouldn't be a manager if they didn't have that.
Well, I think... I don't know if I will say it in a way that I hope you're not offended for your manager in this way, but I actually feel like my manager may be taking it to another level in terms of like wanting it. I feel like she wants it so bad. She's overpowering shit that she doesn't need to be.
Right, she wants it so bad that she's willing to do way extra work to try to close sales for you guys, which my manager is, I don't think he's doing that. Maybe he is, though. Like I said, he leaves me completely alone, and I'll try to VC with him sometimes, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm in a one-on-one right now." Motherfucker's always in a one-on-one, so I don't know. Good for tonight, Matt.
Not a lot of people on.
Yeah.
How many people are on? I'm on my hunter right now, just leveling it up, so I don't see anything.
What's your name?
Snip Snap.
Yeah. Oh, what is it?
Snip Snap Trap. But don't bother sending an invite just yet, because I signed a charter to get some gold from someone, so I'll join.
Did you not get the invite just now?
I did, but I think I have to stay neutral.
I have no idea. Okay, yeah, just deny it. That's fine.
It's just for now. I think he's running around doing it. That's the kind of person I am. I'm not just gonna take a gold from someone and ditch off.
No, that's true.
You only got a gold for that?
He only gave me a gold.
200 gold.
Huh?
Yeah.
People pay like 200 gold for that.
He's a newbie, so it's whatever.
Scam.
Scammed.
Hilarious.
I mean, if I have to, I'll just do a 10-man Nax with a fucking rando group. It's fine. I mean, 10-man Nax is whatever. I was hoping to do it with the guilds and hoping to do it with the group. If we're missing out too many people, it's fine.
I mean, we got 5 online.
Well, you got 6 online.
If we could hug another.
Are you counting me when you...
Okay, no, I wasn't 6. Okay.
So, really, we just need...
Invites technically go out in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I can be online. You just have to tell me get online and I'll jump over.
Yeah. Okay.
Just... I figured I might as well put the grind in on something else.
I'm literally giving it 30 seconds. No, I'll give it another 5 minutes. Just in case people are late.
Who's online right now? What do we have? We have a tank, yourself. We have myself as a DPS. We have your mom for heals.
So we got a tank, a healer, and 3 DPS. 4 DPS.
Tank, a healer, and 4 DPS. Okay, so we would need another healer, another good top tier healer. Huh?
We need a total of 3 healers.
Are you going or are you not going?
I don't really. I'm totally indifferent.
Okay.
Okay, I'm calling it. I'm just gonna call it for the night then.
But we do need 3 healers if we're doing it.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna write a message to the guild.
Just let me know what the plan is.
You're scheduled for tomorrow during the day. Please be on.
I mean, I don't mind doing a last minute 10-man fucking 25-man, or sorry, 10-man Nax if we don't get the fucking shit together, but being that that is... being that no one's online right now, and we're probably only gonna get one day as a group together, it sounds, just because of most people not doing it on Mondays, I would say we're probably better off trying to just get into whatever 10-mans that we would have normally done after post-Nax, because I think we're only going to get time to do Nax. So, hugging 10-man Vault, hugging and Gideon Sanctum.
This is what I put. Raids rescheduled. We will do 10 man starting tomorrow at 4 p.m. Get it done nice and early. Hopefully we can get more people on for that. Seems like people were busy tonight. And worst case scenario, we'll do exactly what you just said, and we'll just bug what we need to. And we'll bring as many guildies with us as we can.
Sounds great.
Speak.
That's fine.
Okay.
4 p.m. Let me see. What time is that? Fuck. Let me just make sure. 4 p.m. That's like... And... I might be a few minutes late. I might be around like 4:30.
Okay.
For the whole.
Her mom is...
Be safe.
Her mom is here right now, so...
Prepare yourselves. The bells have tolled. Shelter your
In
weak,
France?
your young, and your old.
Yeah, her mom came
Each
from
of you shall
Romania or
pay
France,
the
so
final
she's visiting
sum.
right now.
Cry for mercy.
Yeah.
The reckoning has come.
Nothing. She's tired. What did she... well, she doesn't have a husband anymore. If you remember,
How'd she pay her bills?
she has a pension.
So she was a former government worker?
I mean, technically it was Romania, so yeah. Everyone was working for the government in that time period.
Doing what?
She did architecture, so she was doing like designing communist buildings and shit back in the...
Buildings can't have a political affiliation.
I mean, they can't. They can't, but it was... I mean, there's a clear style. Like, if you look up what communist building styles are, you'll see. It's literally considered a style.
Talking about Soviet building.
Yeah.
I'm out of range.
Alright, no raid tonight. Just I don't know if you heard.
Okay.
We're gonna do it tomorrow at 4 p.m. Get it done nice and early. We're gonna do all the different campaigns.
Sounds good. I kind of had a headache.
Cool.
Or grass.
Jeez, winter.
Did you say drink grass, or did I...
Winter.
grass. I said, geez, winter grass.
Oh, I thought your mom said, after you said I have a headache, I thought she told you to drink grass. I was like, okay, that's a new one.
You want to queue up for winter grass, Mom?
Yeah, I'm going in right now. Isn't
Hold
it now?
Yeah, hold on. We just joined a group.
It's just you and me?
Yeah. I'm
Is
gonna
Ricky-
promote you a leader, and then you can queue us both.
I'm on.
Oh,
I'm gonna hop on tomorrow.
okay.
So make sure you queue up as a group.
Okay. Did it join on your side? You see
Yeah,
it?
it's all good.
Okay.
Ruby.
Okay.
The sky is dark. The fire burns. You strive in vain as fate's wheel turns.
Tastes
Okay,
great.
just- Go to the next quest right now. Again. I'm having an alright weekend, Rebecca. Pretty alright. I mean, there's always stress, but it's going. I just actually... Is Rick around? Or did he walk away?
Yeah, he said he'd be right back.
I thought I heard that, but...
Yeah. Justin, the raid member bars, I go into to change the size of them because they're like way too big.
I
Is
showed
this
you this. You just pull out the
System
thing on
or-
the left and then hit
Yeah,
the eyeball.
yeah, I did all that. So it's not across my screen now like it was, but they're still too big. So do I go into system or interface to change which one?
Pull it out on the left, like I showed you, and click the I, the letter I. Remember?
Okay. Got it. Yeah, got it. Perfect.
Eat your fish.
The
while it's
town still
Yeah,
burns.
let me
A
drink.
cleansing fire! Time is short! I'll soon retire!
Real life fish or
Yeah.
okay? Because I know there's the fish feast in the game. I was like, that's really role playing.
No, I cooked up some mackerel.
Gotcha.
Fresh from the Florida waters.
That's not. Thank you for the 5T fuel.
I can't cast that yet.
Means a lot. Have to do that. I appreciate it though.
That's still recharging. You've tried and failed. Let there be no doubt. Justice prevailed. I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. It's too far away. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Hey, Malphus, how's it going, buddy? How you doing?
Can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Rough time, but holding on. What's rough? What's going on, bro?
Cast that yet.
Why is it so rough?
That spell
Does this work, or?
yet. That's still recharging. Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Yep, a lot of that going on. Yeah.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't
It's
ready.
looking pretty bad news right now in general.
Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
What have you been playing in the meantime, Mal? Anything? I've not heard of that one.
Anything else, Justin?
What?
Do you want to do anything else?
No, I'm just eating my...
Okay. Is there any point to doing like an AV?
Fun?
Hmm?
For fun?
Yeah.
Chug, chug.
That would be the point.
Got it.
After you get all the honor gear, you don't really need any more. I mean, you've got everything.
Mm-hmm. So I don't even need more honor even, because I'm only at 62 now.
Up there.
What do you need? May your blades never dull.
Sing emote there. Becca. Trainer, what I need? Training trainer?
Blood and thunder! Abu! Graw! Strength! What can I help you with?
I can't carry anymore.
Go forth to victory. What are you looking for? Be safe.
I can't attack that target.
Okay, I'm back.
Or winter grass.
Yeah, I'm
Right, in 3 hours.
What's that?
You can only do it one time in 3 hours, right?
Yeah, you can only do it one time in 3 hours, and you can sign up anytime between 6 to 6:29, or the 29 mark. Every get 29 minutes basically after live. What city?
Thrall Hall.
Wrathy Basin.
May your blades never dull.
Anu Belore de la Na. Farewell.
Be right back.
Wow, Matt's setup looks like he's playing like outside on the porch.
Let's see. Let's go look. Magneto, right?
Magnetic. His name's Magneto in Discord, and on Twitch it's Crypto Viking TV.
Oh, that's
Crypto
right.
Viking TV.
You ever go in, do you see that picture that's posted of you and Dalton on September of 2021?
Where would I see it?
It's in, am I in the game room? Let's see where I'm at. Yeah, it's called the game room. General. Yeah, the game room. When I mouse over it.
In Discord?
Uh-huh.
Literally a video.
Oh, it is a video, isn't it? Who's talking?
I didn't hear anybody talk.
Do you see the video?
Nobody's even in here but us.
In the
Oh,
video.
in the video? Tammy. You asked, do I ever what, though?
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it was a room you ever ducked into.
Mom, he posted the
Oh, okay, yeah. Puma. Got it.
Well,
Yeah.
between the both of you, Mom's over here doing this, and Mickey's like, who's talking? No one's talking.
right, we're gonna make a great set of fucking old motherfuckers. Jesus. Alright, get your gun. Look at that.
Oh, funny.
So just want to reiterate to you now that I'm in my 30s, that still the same exact story happens that I said it happened. I can still remember it exactly the same, with the fucking lady popping into my room and then walking out through the wall. That all really happened.
Yeah.
You guys tried to tell me it was a dream. Nope, not even close.
Well, what's a parent supposed to think?
No,
You know.
it's probably exactly what you thought, but I just gotta keep letting you know it was real. Give you some sort of freakish superpowers in life.
Something. What are you doing over there, Justin?
I already told you like 2 minutes ago, I'm sitting here eating.
I know, but your character was jumping around.
I'm not.
Must have been watching the wrong one then. Look like you on a dog.
I'm not even
Not a dog.
His wolf.
Is that the mount you use, Justin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got the PvP one?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I bought all the PvP ones.
Is it a black one?
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, so
Nah,
you're
it's a-
basically riding fucking Zuko around.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It is true.
What did I miss? I just came back.
You
We
didn't
will
see it.
persevere.
Why you don't
Salama
take your work
Ashalanore.
porch?
What?
Yeah, just the lighting, the way it's hitting the wall makes it look like it's a fucking back porch.
I mean, it's French interior, so I don't really know.
And then it's like a porch chair you're sitting in.
Is it? And I guess you could see that being it's French. It's traditional French shit. So
That's like house siding behind you.
yeah, it's I guess what is exterior for U.S. is interior for France. Narok.
Should I just name my kid Ragnarok?
Uh,
Are you gonna name your kid that, Matt?
Oh, that's a good name for my kid. Maybe.
Blade and Ragnarok.
Yeah. I just took a small little.
Justin's kid's name is gonna be Chad.
I'm in the process of sipping a hard moonshine liquor right now.
You're making it?
No, I'm in the process of sipping it.
Oh, cool. Cheers.
Victory
Yes.
lies ahead.
I'll go get my my second dose of caffeine. I got a coffee.
Nice.
Stack of coffee in my
Blow your mind. Oat milk is one of the worst. It's gluten. Gluten and gliadins both. There's 2 in that.
That would literally wreck me with my Crohn's.
Yep. Completely. I would be wrecked with that. Nick would be wrecked with that also. Definitely be destroyed.
You know, it's funny because I always assumed it was the
No, it's the oat. It has glutens and gliadins that destroy the digestive tract. And the small intestine that's supposed to look like a shag rug inside, the glutens and gliadins knock that out, and therefore you get the pains. Maybe not today, but it didn't hit me until we lived in Brickell. I went my whole life until it took me down, and then I got really sick in Brickell.
I think the wheats and the oats in Mania wore me down.
Yeah, it's bad.
Because that's when it hit me in Romania. So, I don't know if I had this problem with gluten my whole life. I don't think I did. I was pretty fine, but I don't know. I think maybe the global food supply also, the quality of it went down as well. So that's probably
We think we're fine. Here's the deal. If you look at your tongue and you have a crack down the center of it, even if it didn't take you down and make you sick and hurt you and all of that, it still was wiping out the villi in the small intestine. So it's supposed to look like a shag rug in there, and then the villi get killed off when you eat the wheat, barley, rye, or oatmeal. So I'm not sure what you're sipping on, but if it's from wheat, barley, rye, or oatmeal...
None of those things.
Okay. Those wipe out that, and then we can't even absorb. If you take all the vitamin C in the world, you're going to absorb less than 2%.
It's... So, this is actually, it's a liquor that's made by fermenting, like, Romanian fruits, like, in this particular case, it's strawberries, so it's fermented strawberry. Yeah.
drinking some like jail jungle juice, dude.
Yep. Actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. He gave it to me, the guy who, because it's my wife's mother's boyfriend. Who brought all this liquor, and he brought some like homemade wine and a homemade like hard plum liquor that in Romania is like everyone drinks it. It's called suka.
Sounds fine too. Plum liquor.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Like,
I mean,
more like a wine though?
no, that's more like a vodka. Truly, it's much harder than what I'm drinking. The one that I am, he called it a bitch drink. I mean, it's pretty much moonshine. It's pretty much the same thing. You're gonna get fucked up on it. It's same as...
you a bitch drink is a tarting of good.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, it's... Honestly, I have no issue drinking those things. It's when I drink anything that's made with gluten that I have issue. Like, I can't do beef. That kind of... So... So yeah, you can take your oat drink and you can shove it. I'm getting the liquor.
Oh damn it. Having more fun and being healthier.
Honestly, the thing that I did discover about Randy, and I don't know if you've experimented with this, is older strain wheat grains, like spelts and stuff like that, people who have intolerance to like modernized wheat will have no issue with those kinds of things and the gluten that's contained within them. And when I mean no issue, I mean literally their bodies will not have the gluten here with their stomach intestinal stuff as well. Like they can process it fine. Because it's
The real test is if they have a crack in their tongue, even if it's not affecting them. There's a story in the Bible, I don't know if you have ever heard it, but about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Have you ever heard of them?
I've heard of them, but right now you're talking to me like about like Warcraft lore. I don't remember it.
Well, in the Bible, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego got thrown into the fire, and they had refused the king's meat, the king's food. They refused the king to eat the king's food, but the king's men ate it. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego lived, and the king's men died. So why did they die? Well, they were ends. And then there's also a story about the gladiators. There's a company called Barley Gladiator, or Gladiator Barley. And they say, oh, the gladiators got all big because they were eating, the king's food, and there was barley in there. Well, that was bunk. This whole company that's out there is touting that, and it's built on a lie. The story really is that the gladiators were already just big men out on the farms because they were getting really good food. And then when they got rounded up, it was just because there's always been slavery. There's already, gladiators didn't volunteer. They were rounded up from somewhere. So they would always go out and get, they would round up women and they would round up humongous guys. And then they would be the ones they'd throw into the arenas and make them fight and do all this stuff and make them into the military. They were already big because they were eating good, clean farm food. And the king's men had compromised guts, the digestive system. And so therefore they would get sick faster. So if you see a crack in the middle of the tongue, that is your digestive tract, and even if you don't feel the damage happening, so it's not like you're, when you, like you said, it happened out there and you felt like the food out there fast-tracked it. It's not like you didn't have an issue here. You probably did. And actually, it's funny because I think Ricky did too as a baby, because I was eating gluten, not knowing that it was bad, and Ricky was super colicky. So he wouldn't sleep, constantly waking up, constantly crying. And we tried every formula on the planet after that, and nothing seemed to make him happy. We went back and forth to the doctor, and he would say, well, do this, and nothing made Ricky happy.
I like organic.
Yeah. So we should have just gave you carrot juice, but I didn't know that to be a good option at the time. Carrot juice is far more nutrient than any formula.
Well, the thing that I was getting at with the ancient grains is that there was actually quite a bit of scientific research that was done on these, and the way that the body reacts to gluten, it's like something that we've evolved over time to be able to handle. Like the current modern diet has modernized wheat, which we're not able to at all digest because it's genetically different than our own composition. And most people, like you're right, they're completely fine with it. But spelt falls under a unique category. Now oats, it's hard to find original. Like you can't. There's almost no original genetic lineage of oats at this point. It's all been modernized.
The original wheat, before it started getting compromised, because the Europeans took it all over the world, the original wheat was actually buckwheat, and that is okay.
Yeah, buckwheat is another one. You should look at spelt though. It's like there's only 3 spelt, and I can honestly say 2 of the spelt that I have tried 3 of the spelt I've tried, only 1 of them I was okay with. And I think it's I think it's because of Germanic lineage. Because so the way that it works is you have Italian spelt, which is the ones that the Italians ate thousands of years ago. You have the I think it's like the Spanish / slash, that kind of their wheat. I wasn't okay with that, but the one that came from ancient Germany, I was okay with. It's interesting.
Yeah, here's what I do because nobody can get an ancient Germany one over here. So I tell 100% of my clients, no spelt.
Yeah, that makes sense. I actually can get the ancient German one, and that's literally the only one that I can do, 100%. And I think it's literally because of Germanic heritage. I mean, let's face it, the Vikings, the Swedes, the fucking Polacks, all of them, the Irish, all of that really came from Proto-Germanic tribes, so... Just genetic lineage. Unfortunately, that is probably the one thing that people don't follow a lot of in this world right now. Genetic eating habits.
Yeah. Well, you...
Used to, yeah. It used to, but
Yeah.
not anymore.
No, it's the elites.
Oh, the elites. Oh, I thought you said...
Sure they diverted as
Yeah.
much as they fucking can.
Yeah.
If you look at like the Eskimos, they eat super high fat diets and they don't get the quote unquote cholesterol issue that Americans get. And
Right.
it's just because here in America, they eat differently up there. But if you come down here and you eat the same seal or whatever, in America, we cook it different. We fry it, we use oils, and therefore that's when the cholesterol actually turns bad.
They smoke it, don't they?
So-
They smoke it there.
Yeah, they smoke it, they dry it out, they put brine, So they do it right, and they have super fatty diets. But if we ate what they eat down here, every American doctor would tell you that's a horrible diet. It's actually not a horrible diet. They're some of the healthiest people.
It doesn't
But-
feel like it would be horrible at all.
No, it doesn't.
Instinctually good.
Yeah, they have no heart disease. They
I
have
mean,
none.
any of the
And it's number one.
any of the people who follow ancient tribes and stuff like that, like if you looked at like ancient African tribes that were actually eating like ancient, like their ancient heritage, basically. All the tribes had perfect teeth, perfect gut history. They didn't have heart disease. They lived actually really long, despite, what modern science tries to say. They would live to be 70, 80, 90, no
That's
issues.
why they survived to be isolated tribes so long.
Yep.
Before technology made their way over.
So they
Actually,
they
they
were fine.
lived over 100. A lot of them. Like,
Some of them do, yeah. I won't say a lot
Yeah.
of them, but a good portion of them will. Yeah, you're right. And then
A lot of it's undocumented. I bet a lot of them did.
and then the diets changed, and now they've been modernized with modernized wheat, modernized sugar, modernized crops in general, and now they all have bad teeth. They all have issues with like heart disease. There, it's an actual thing. It's like everyone tries to be like, oh yeah, modern food is really great for feeding the masses. Yeah, maybe for feeding the masses into like a small slave society that is going to be under control because they're dying young, and the knowledge is left. The knowledge leaves.
they're dying young because the oils didn't used to be around. It used to be lard. My mother cooked with lard. My grandparents cooked with lard, and they all lived to be 80s, 90s, and the great-grandparents all were in the hundreds. And now we have all the fat oils: coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and they're all garbage because when they're processed, they should never be exposed to oxygen. And when they are exposed to oxygen, they oxidize, which causes literal cellular damage. And so when they're oxidized, it's free radical damage in the body and oxidative stress, and that's why heart disease is number one. So the oils have to be 100% eliminated. No fried foods because they're carcinogenic, which is cancer causing. Number two cause of death. So the first one's the oils mainly. The second one is the fried foods and the foods cooked in the oils. That is the cancer and the heart right there. And then of course the doctors so wonderfully told everybody to eat Crisco, that it was healthier, which was a lie. And then they said, don't eat salt, which is a lie. When you go to the hospital and they put the hydration bag on you, it's salt water. So salt is needed by every cell in the body, and a lot of it. And then they told everybody to stop eating eggs, and the egg yolk a runny egg yolk is actually the cholesterol that the body needs. The brain's made up of 75% cholesterol, so if you don't have it, you get dopey. And the male and female anatomy is 95% cholesterol, so don't get cholesterol and your anatomy will not work. So then the doctors said, oh, okay, well, we're going to give you cholesterol lowering drugs. So then they made them dopey, and their ED and prostate issues went off the chain, and hormone issues went off the chain. And guess what? The doctors now make even more money. It's just, it's a money train. They're lying to everybody. They're killing everybody. And then here I am, a naturopathic doctor, bringing them all back. So
I actually genuinely don't eat much fried food, actually almost at all. I do sneak in something here and there, occasionally. It's so extremely rare. Just because it makes me sick. It makes me sick if I do too much, and I can only literally do 1, maybe 2 per month, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's my limit.
Well, the places where they have the most heart disease and cancers are where people grill. The grilling belts, Louisiana, you know, the southern states. Yep, they're frying the oils, and they're also on the grill. When that burnt animal fat falls down into the singe, the charcoal or whatever, that singe comes back up into the meat. That's the carcinogenic part, and you just sit there and eat it, and you go, oh man, it tastes so good. Well, every bite is possible cancer.
I actually, I had a pretty healthy meal from my wife's mother's boyfriend made, and I would call him I'll just call him his name. His name's Olivia. He made smoked cured meat, and I have to say that I have a preference for eating meat that way.
Yeah, smoked is fine. It's not burnt, and it's not fried. So
it was actually, I would much prefer eating it that way personally, but. And you're also getting a lot of salt in it. He literally just cured it with some salt and the smoke. That's it. And it was smoke from like trees that he harvested himself. So it's not like carcinogenic wood that comes from like plywood and shit.
Yeah, with chemical.
Yeah.
People used to get minerals and things into their food when they would cook by a fireplace and then take the ash and dump it in the garden, and then you till the garden up, and then all of a sudden the minerals are in there and your food can grow up with that. But there's no place on the planet where it's all in the soil in the same place, and the body has to have 91 essential nutrients daily, meaning we don't make them, we have to have them. And
I get those through Shilajit right now. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, yep. There's a guy that advertises that all the time on Instagram.
Yeah, I have. I'm getting my. It's actually the real Shilajit, because there's fake Shilajit stuff.
Yeah.
People don't realize that there's a one that people are selling. I think it's like, I don't know, Vaseline or something. They're using some fucking thing to make it seem very similar, and it doesn't have anywhere near the same level of nutrients. But I can honestly say that the days that I do Shilajit, I feel a difference. If I don't take it in my body, it's devastated, absolutely devastated. Because I know I'm not getting enough food in enough minerals in my food. I know it doesn't exist in the soil. As a matter of fact, that's probably the #1 thing that I tell everyone that I talk to. They're like, you know, they're like, oh yeah, everyone could be vegan, everyone could be vegetarian. I'm like, nope, you can't. Sorry, it's impossible. And they're like, what do you mean it's impossible? You can do it. I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead, go do it. Go do it for like 5-10 years. See how that works. Sure, in theory, it's great, and most often it will actually help reduce inflammation in the short term, because you are taking out a lot of the things, as long as you're not eating too many wheats and shit. But the reality is, at the end of the day, everyone's soil, all the food from these farms, they're getting fluoridated water fed into these plants, and then the seeds themselves are being crossbred with genetically modified organics, usually, and the soil itself isn't well maintained because we stopped land burning, which was one of the primary ways to help introduce nitrogen and fertilize the soil.
Well, they also figured out that all they had to do was put 3 nutrients in to grow a plant, and so that's all they do, 3 nutrients.
Right, and that's why I say, though,
So
it's really impossible to be a vegan and eat and be healthy. Like, you might reduce inflammation, but that doesn't mean you're healthy. You might have reduced one key metric, but there's still like 4 other metrics that you're completely bypassing and avoiding. And the primary one is a reduction in the amount of mineral composition that exists in most plant-based foods.
There's a, well, the main thing that I give to my clients is all of the minerals. You're too young to remember it. I don't even know if any of my kids would know it. It was definitely over. But there was a show called Wild Kingdom when I was a little kid. And the guy who ran it was a guy by the name of Marlon Perkins. Well, he's dead, but the doctor who was behind the scenes is the same guy I work with today. He's 84 years old. And he owns the mineral mines out of Cache Valley, Utah. So if you've ever heard of like blue zones, this is the equivalent of a blue zone here in America. And what isn't there, then they get and they put it in. For example, I've seen all the topographical maps of, say, selenium, which is a necessary nutrient. You don't have it, well, it takes about 400 micrograms a day to thwart about 62 to 63% of the cancers out there. So if you're not getting 400 micrograms, then you're not even thwarting that. So, but that is in the ground abundantly in Minnesota and Wisconsin. But it's not here in Florida at all. So if you don't take it, you don't get it, and yet it's necessary. So it'll hold cancers at bay, and it also is the #1.
How depressing is it though for you as someone who does this kind of stuff to know that food used to actually just contain it naturally? Like it used to be abundant.
Only because listen, we've dammed up all the rivers, which when those flowed, when the earth was wild, all of the food would flow down, all the silt and everything it would carry, because the minerals are in the soil, but the water would pick them up and move them along, and they'd be shared everywhere. So the oceans really are dying, but it's not because of what they say, it's because of all the dams we have, and they're not flowing. So, and this last year, there was like 80,000 more dams just in this country alone slotted to be built. Whether they did or didn't, I don't know, but that is the real cause of the oceans dying, is all the dams. And so, if I grow a head of lettuce here and somebody grows one up in Minnesota, chances are they'll get some selenium. Down here, we're not going to get anything. So it's an absolute gotta substitute with it. You have to get the selenium. And selenium by itself is great in the body, but when it has 5 very particular things to go with it, it works astounding in the body. So I make sure all the kids have all of this and the mineral, which there's a really good book that you would probably find pretty fascinating. It's called The Secret Life of Plants. And that author is dead, and he did everything right. He lived off grid. He didn't have the electricity. He was running off of, I think it was solar. He had his own spring-fed water, grew all of his plants, ate very good. He did everything right. However, he didn't have minerals. And so the doctor I work with said, you're not going to live to your full potential. And the guy was like, no, I'm doing everything, da-da-da. And one day, the doctor I work with was going through the airport, and he stopped in the bookstore, and the front page of the USA Today was Christopher Berg, author of the best-selling book, Secret Life of Plants, which was his best friend, passed away. And he made it to his 70s, and that's it. And your life, if you do not have the minerals in your body, will probably not make it past 70-something.
Well, I mean,
that's about the extent that people get.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are liking to put a lot of the weight of what's, the drop off right now on like people who have been vaccinated or COVID or all that other shit. But the reality is that the vast majority of those people probably are just really heavily nutrient deficient.
I deal with it every day. That's 100% of what my clientele are.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm nutrient deficient. I know that the vast majority of my health issues are because I'm nutrient deficient. I am literally just skirting by taking the Shilajit, but I do know that at some point in my not so distant future, I have to start growing my own foods and start implementing in good practices in order to make sure that it's getting the most nutrients out of each fucking thing that I'm eating, because I know I'm not right now with the plants and shit that I'm eating.
Yeah. Well, you're in France. Hi there.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, it's you. Okay. Well, these minerals can be, you can get them in France. We ship over there. You need them. Everyone needs them. Nick gets them, Ricky gets them, Justin takes
Out
them.
of curiosity, what's your
Yeah.
opinion of Alex Jones minerals? And it's because I have my boss who sent me like a supply of like, what is
That
it?
shit sketches me out personally.
I mean, he's as an individual, I think he's full of good information, but I don't necessarily trust the manufacturing companies that he works for. Let's put it that way.
To not sabotage this product and
Yeah.
give him a reason to be sued later.
Yeah. I don't necessarily trust that, but so I was just
Well,
curious
here's-
what your perspective on those are, because I have 3 of them that he gave me that I never took.
What are they called?
X12. The Parasite one, I can't remember the name of it. And the Selenium.
Okay. I think, believe it or not, that they're all okay. And here's why I say. Okay, so the doctor I work with used to provide and be the sole person for Alex Jones. And so it was all longevity. You could go back in years' time, and Dr. Joel Wallach was on there all the time. He's the doctor I work with. He called me like 3 hours ago just to see how I was doing. So, and he's 84. The guy's a legend in this country. I could go on and on about his bio, but dude is a legend. And so he did all the original. Okay, so Alex then wanted to get into minerals and everything himself. He wanted to have his own. Well, Dr. Wallach owns the mines. He doesn't give up ownership of these things, you know. So what Alex did is he went to Dr. Edward Group, who I love very much as a doctor. Very smart. He's been rated by the federal government, totally against it all. Just he's got Ricky's good vibe thing going on. He is just super, super knowledgeable. He's a doctor of chiropractic medicine, you know, so he, you know, did the back cracking and all of that, but he created a lot of the stuff for Alex Jones. Whether he's still doing it, I don't know, but he was the one, and he's a stickler about ingredients. Him, his wife, his kids, they all take it. So if he was the one that made those, I'd be way okay with them.
I don't know if he's the one who made any of them. I mean,
Yeah.
even if he is the one who originally made it, I don't know if the manufacturing process is sticking to his original site with that. I mean, I have to research that truly. The thing is, you know,
Quick, guys.
Alex Jones
Yeah.
has been under fire, so.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What's going on tonight?
Oh, we're rescheduled for tomorrow.
Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hop off and chill and watch some shit with my grandpa.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. Love you, kiddo.
Love you too. See y'all probably later.
Tomorrow at 4 is when we're gonna raid.
See you later.
Don't see before then.
Okay. Cool. What made the reschedule happen?
We just didn't have a lot of numbers on the night, so figured. Why not?
Cool. Yeah, I've been doing tree work all day over at the neighbor's house and a little bit at ours.
Cool.
You're welcome, Otto.
They giving you money?
Grandpa owed them a favor because they like ran a generator for him for like 5 days or something when he had no power.
Oh, okay.
Gave him power for like a week.
Grandpa's debts are your debts. I get it. We would all do the same. Yeah. You did the right thing.
So, no, just doing some shit that needed done.
Okay. All right, great. I'm sure it looks great because it always does when you tool around with it.
Oh, well, I just took down a tree, so it's as good as a spot that now has no tree.
All right, well, good. What are you guys gonna watch? You know?
I think we are going to be watching the newest episode of the Dragons.
Oh god, that show.
The
The
Lord
House,
of Dragons.
the House of the Dragons. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. But yeah, Grandma's been liking it. She likes to watch drama stuff, so it's been up her alley too. So we've all been watching it together.
Good.
Well, what's funny is, you know, me and you started watching Game of Thrones season 1 together. Like when it was first out.
Yeah. Why is that funny though?
Just that it's still continuing this many years later.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the trend. There's nothing new anymore.
Yeah.
Literally, the trend is just reuse old shit that people liked in the past.
This
Old
worked. Let's
WoW's
do
back.
more.
Well, they got
Yeah,
the remake. Now they got Lord of the Rings. They got freaking Game of Thrones.
And every time they reclone something, it's just missing more and more of its original soul.
Guys,
Yep.
remember how I last night was like, oh, I'm gonna check out this new show?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was called?
No, you said it, but I don't remember.
I mean, at least
Literally within
at
20
least-
minutes of watching the series, a tranny doctor is like
Oh,
the
God.
fourth most popular or like screen time character in the show, and he is just intolerable for any amount of time. Like within 30 seconds, I was just like cringing so hard at just how like disgusting he was. Like so just freaking flamboyant. Oh man.
You know what show you guys might enjoy watching? And
Oh, God, it was
I'm
horrible.
gonna make a recommendation. It's a comedy. It's called, I think it's called Resident Alien. I don't know if you guys watched that. It's actually, so it's kind of like a modernized version of Third Rock from the Sun minus all the extra characters. It's just literally focused around one alien that crash landed here. And it's trying to understand how to be human. It's actually not bad. I don't really see any agendas being pushed in it, so
Dude, that's my whole thing. Is like, I can't have the whole tranny main character thing being pushed in every single show. Like,
I don't mind if it
I'm done.
appears. I don't mind if it appears in one show occasionally, but yeah, they're definitely
No,
overcompensating.
it's been every single
I know.
show.
I know.
that's
I know.
come out.
I know.
That's the issue.
I know.
There hasn't been a gap.
I'm well aware. Believe me, I've mentioned it
After
many
we
times.
finish this, by the way, the Lord of whatever the hell dragons, we're gonna start Westworld.
Oh, that's a good show. That's such a good show.
Yeah, I told Grandpa that it's better than all the shit we're watching right
It
now.
really genuinely
Oh, yeah.
is. It really is.
I'm excited to watch this. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, sorry to knock you guys off of your whatever you guys are talking
No, all good.
Nutrients, did you take them?
about. Rolling some up right now.
Ready yet?
But yeah, I've been taking a million.
Okay.
Haven't been tangy tangerines and just having him chug them.
Good. Does he like it?
He doesn't love it, but he can chug it easy enough. He chugged
Okay.
the whole mason jar of it in like 30 seconds yesterday to get his down.
That's great.
He's
And
like,
they're getting
glad
lots
you
of
chug
egg.
'em, 'cause the aftertaste isn't great. Which I actually don't really mind them.
I like them. Yeah, I like them. So,
But yeah, I mean, Grandma already takes a million things. I'm not trying to really push her and take anything. But she does take the EFAs.
right.
It's too far away.
Okay.
But
Well, we're fighting, it's Horde versus Horde in this Coruscant Gulch. We're getting destroyed, and this fucking retard goes, why is Horde so shit at Battlegrounds now?
tell him he was dropped on his head a few times. Too many times.
We'll have to take people's opinions or advice.
The neighbor chick said that she has pretty consistent headaches like every single day from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. What do you think that is?
It's to you, Mom.
It's down. Does she have a, I was talking, does she have a blood pressure issue at all? You know. I know she has higher blood pressure, but when you have a consistent headache, I mean, the time,
I told her to take niacin.
yeah, but she also needs EFA, she needs selenium, she needs a brain and heart pack, basically, with a little bit extra of the selenium.
These are like more Pennsylvania people.
I know. Well, Selenium is Selenium EFA, very important if you got headaches. But
I
there's
can't
so much
stop
more.
myself from naming many
If-
things.
That's the thing. Like when somebody has a consistent headache, remember what's happening, and you can try to explain it. The blood is pushing, trying to get through, and it can't, and so that vein or capillary will be dried out and brittle on the other side, and then they snap. So hemorrhoids and varicose veins are the same basically as a headache in a way, and it's, you know, it's a varicose vein in a funny spot when it's a hemorrhoid. That doesn't kill you. Varicose veins don't kill you, but when they're up around the head, if it snaps, one of those can kill you. So I know poor Pennsylvania, but they do gotta break down and get some things because that's deficiency.
The other neighbor woman that I was talking to today, some heart issues that she's dealing with. She was sick with him. One lady was at the hospital all day yesterday.
Oh
because of
god.
heart.
She needs a brain and heart pack. Or a couple of them. How much does she weigh?
And then the other chick, I was asking them if they smoke pot or whatever. They may use it for my headaches.
It would help, but it's deficiency, and that's not a deficiency. It'll give relief, but it doesn't feed a deficiency. Literally, the blood's got to get through. So niacin will dilate everything, but that's
I
only
told
gonna.
both of them that they probably should take some niacin. Like, I don't know exactly what you guys should take, but niacin helps with blood
Weed
flow.
help. Never has weed helped with my headaches. Always made it worse.
Yeah, honestly, smoking is just craving your brain more oxygen. So.
Yeah. They need EFA, selenium, and they need the mineral base. So if you can tell them, you know, I'll talk to them for you. Okay, a brain and heart pack's $200.
You're too city for them.
You're too city for them.
Well,
Yeah.
then, I mean, you know, I talk to people all over this country, even in rural areas. And I have people in about 18 countries. So, yeah,
Are you saying they're
it's-
Amish? Or is that that's your?
Charge.
They also expect
Yeah. Well, they can, if they can splurge for, like, the minerals, they can get for about, you know, a month's supply for about $60. That would just that alone would be a huge dent in what their problems are. Yeah. Well, good. Well, you know, let me know. I'll help if I can, but, you know, they're going to have to at least spend the $60 to get the minerals. They could get a liquid version with probably half of the stuff in it for about half the price. So it's the liquid colloidal version, but they don't pump it up with all the other stuff like they do that powder. The powder is the best that there is on the planet. There's nobody in the world that has anything better.
except maybe the natives in the Amazon rainforest.
Well, they don't have all the minerals, though. That's the whole thing. You need 91 different things. And they don't have that all in one spot. Nobody does.
I don't know. Jungles do cool things with minerals. They're like mineral pools. They collect all sorts of nutrients and it breaks down over time and stacks up.
I think
Yeah, well-
I think the only way that you would actually get that though, Nick, is if the fungi in the soil, like the mycelial network, was actually having the nutrients that it needs to actually bring that to, and basically retoil basically all the soil, which most of the soil on the planet right now, the mycelial network's actually under attack. Actually, there's a really interesting conversation about that that's been going on from the what is his name? Fucking Staten? No, it's not Staten. It's Peter something or other.
Ricky. Did Ricky
It's
throw that in
amazing
there?
what happens to plants when they're getting rained fucking chemicals and
It's like Mark's
heavy
stat.
metals on them every day.
It's I thought it was something. Hold on. What the fuck was this guy's name?
Are they chemtrailing up there in Pennsylvania?
Haven't seen one,
Okay.
but I'm sure they do.
Mushroom guy. I'm just gonna search mushroom guy.
My vote's Mark Stanton.
The
Mhm.
mushroom guy? That's freaking
Paul Stamets. There we go.
Paul Stamets, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Paul Stamets, he's definitely the guy.
Terrence McKenna. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's the hallucinogenic guy. Paul Stamets is the guy who literally he spends his whole entire life researching the mycelial network, which is literally so complex. It is in everyone's body too. Like the mycelial network runs through everything, literally everything.
We
So
had a pygmy goat over to the house today, and Kiara's trying to figure out where it came from. Tracking everywhere. You gonna say, Matt?
Where is this? It's a goat?
Yeah, lives across the street.
just honestly, you should look at the mycelial network stuff. It's really interesting. I actually have to read some more of the stuff that's related to that too, because it's probably one of the biggest things that's ongoing on the planet right now that most people aren't aware of, that the mycelial network is actually under attack from less than healthy strain of mycelial thing that's actually damaging the soil in general, like the diversity of the mycelial network.
I wonder where that's an issue.
All over, but specifically in rainforests. It's actually one of the biggest issues in rainforests right now. Yep.
This is supposed to be our last bastion of hope.
Uh,
for those places.
yeah, not so much. So fucking.
They're so freaking. They fight back. Like rainforests and jungles and shit. They will kill your ass.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure that eventually, if, humans stop migrating some of this, like, non-natural fertilized soil to these, like, places, there would be a good chance that the mycelial network would actually get a chance to fight back, but as it currently stands, that's not the case.
Fucking neighbor paid me $20 to cut down a tree for him today.
Oh my god.
It's like, sure, Frank.
Wow. How does he think you survive? That doesn't even buy like a gumball or two.
It's like, I should have said that all against the gumballs.
Yeah.
Funny.
Wow. That's
He's a family friend.
yeah. Yeah.
He could ask me just to do it for free. I would have done it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's not the neighbor that I've been like doing a big tree for. That was the neighbor past him
Mm-hmm.
that we don't really know that well. They've only lived there for like 8 years.
Oh, okay. You don't
That's
know him in
what's
8
hot.
years.
Well, I've not been here in 5, so
Yeah.
the
No,
grandparents
that's-
know them. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
And do you remember who used to live there? Bud?
Yeah.
The like angry guy?
Yeah. Is he dead?
No, he's not dead. He's just
What?
Yeah,
What do you mean
he's
gone?
alive. He moved.
Maybe that's the cover story. Maybe he died.
No, they know him. Or they
Okay.
met him at least. They moved
Man, he
there.
was old when I was there. What is
Well,
he?
when I was there too. That was
Like 140 by now?
some peaceful land out here.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. I'm
Yeah.
54. I was like 19, 20.
And he was already like
Old then.
white-haired.
Yeah.
Maybe he just had a nutrient deficiency and he was actually not that old.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Wow, I'm in shock. That's crazy.
Like you think he's older than the grandparents?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, his grandpa. No, they didn't.
it's
know
gotta
that.
be 80. So is your grandpa like 80?
76.
76? Okay. He could be 100 if he gets those nutrients in him.
Ron's grandmother lives at his house.
Oh, he's
She's
taking care of her.
103.
How's she doing?
Great. She's gonna live long and torment them for years. They are barely tolerable of the whole situation because I guess she's a little bit. I don't know. She's old.
Yeah. Wow. Hilarious.
But yeah, isn't that incredible?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't eat healthy or nothing. Or that can talk.
Wow.
Normal American diet.
Mm-hmm. That's insane. Yeah, get his age, find out. I'm like
Grandpa.
super curious.
Do you know how old Bud is?
Bud Deppin or something, right?
Oh, he died. Oh, so they got. Oh, so it happened 2 or 3 years ago. It was recent.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
You know how old he was? Yeah, that was a good twist. Yeah.
It's better than the Game of Thrones twists.
There's no dicks in it. Oh, okay. Who? Bud is not dead.
What?
This is
Oh.
way back.
You're playing with my heart right now.
How to write a story.
I'm like on the edge of my seat here. Bud's dead. Bud's alive.
So there's 2 Buds that have been in Grandpa's life, and he was answering another Bud.
Oh,
Okay.
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 That guy died?
With him. I guess. Yeah, he was only like 45, and I was like, Grandpa, that can't be possible.
Not the
Mom
guy with
thinks
the
he was old.
Mustang.
No, the guy with the Mustang is, Oh, that is Bud. The red Mustang?
Right now he's dead again, man. Did you hear that?
No. We're talking about the guy Ricky knows.
Okay.
Ricky, right, Ricky? You asked about a Mustang? It's the guy with the red Mustang?
Yeah,
But it's not the guy who had the kids that went with us to school at LD, because he had a Mustang too. And that's who's his friend that went to school with us? Jim. Yeah, Jim Dodson. There you go. So I thought you were talking about Dodson. I don't remember who
Blood
Bud
and
is.
thunder.
His friend Bud. Well, Ricky almost.
For the Horde.
He's like the guy with the Mustang. He said that before you said it.
Go forth to victory.
Confusing me. Yeah. I remember Dodson because his kids went to school with us and we saw him a bunch. Well, the last time I went on a ride with him, he blew the headers on his Mustang within like 40 seconds. Nice. Of course it is. Okay, so we still have yet to get to
The bottom.
Asshole Bud, who is not Chem Chainer Bud.
Correct.
Asshole Bud is indeed still alive. He has
The
moved
old man.
as of a year and a half ago is the last confirmed time that he knows for sure he was alive. And he's
And-
living with a girlfriend.
What is he, like,
Yeah,
he's
Lisa and Barry live
150?
there. But do we know at all roughly how old Bud would be?
What do you need?
Okay.
Okay.
Dumb.
Yeah. I believe Grandma here.
I
Yeah.
believe her too.
She
She
fucking-
knows something. She's a date knows it.
She sounds like she knows more than your grandpa.
Grandma's a god of dates. I don't know how.
All I'm gonna say is this whole series of
Her
events.
voice, and she said no.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She immediately.
This whole series of events needs to be given to the gods,
Gods Unchained Discord for their like.
for the,
need to have some lore ideas.
yeah, or like Game of Thrones so that they can actually write a better script.
Yeah, because we had Bud killed off, then we brought him back to life, then we killed him off again. And I think he's.
Duplicates of him at different ages.
Yeah.
They're all laughing. Talking. Yeah. Yeah, they knew you were 76. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
77, 78.
That's still recharging.
Yeah, I got to meet a
That
baby
spell
goat.
isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
He's jumping up on the
That
couch
spell
and whining
isn't
and
ready
licking
yet. I can't cast that
it.
yet.
Ooh, yes.
Tasty.
Say yes, Papa. Say yes.
So funny.
Crying,
still
begging me.
recharging.
Say the words. Say get it.
Isn't
Too funny.
Just one time, Dad. I'll end it quick. No, I won't. I want to hear it.
ready. Cast that yet.
Too
I've
funny.
come across Kiara just absolutely torturing bulls before.
Oh god.
Just like letting them
That's still
letting them just
recharging.
exist alive and
Cast that yet.
just goes and crunches it,
Yeah.
stomps on it a few times with one of her paws,
Yeah.
just like crying out for help.
Aw.
Recharging.
They are a sweet little creature. You did. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
spell isn't ready
Which
yet.
pisses me off.
I
need
can't
to
cast
like
that
it.
yet. That's still recharging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she likes the squeaky balls. She endlessly bite them. But yep, go
Funny.
fast, take chances. Love you guys. See ya.
All right.
Good
Love you too. Have
Love you.
fun. Bye.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Bud. A never-ending
That's
story of
still
Bud.
recharging. I can't cast that yet.
I love that when Nick first showed up, you're like, oh, hey, it's you. And just for a moment, I was like, she remembered Nick's name, right?
That's still recharging.
Yeah. No. Totally. Oh.
My mom's done that to me before. She's like, oh, hey, it's you. And I'm like, did you forget my name?
No. I just couldn't tell if it was just
Yeah, I know.
anybody from the guild. Yeah.
I
I hadn't
tease.
talked to him. I hadn't talked to him in 2-3 days.
Yet.
I'm guessing.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that
Who are
yet.
these mages? They never put a mage table out. Come on. Stingy sometimes.
I need to target something first. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't.
Lover of Doom, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the Crypto Heathen Army.
It's
I'm
too
Somebody
far
said something to me.
away.
So what are you playing?
League. Can you hear me clicking?
I didn't, and then all of a sudden it was a flurry.
Yeah, I'm like super fed on Volley Bear right now, killing their whole team.
Nice.
Ooh, League, you didn't say anything about that.
Didn't want to divert whatever you were planning to do.
That's a diversion worth possibly going to. I don't know, we'll see. I am trying to push this hunter up. We'll see.
Went 19, 8, and 19.
You,
Felony right
oh,
now.
you just finished?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just now. What do you think of this, Barry?
Mm-hmm. If there's any one thing that I would say that Romania is still doing right, by the way, they're doing everything wrong. For the most part, they use the heavy chemicals and for stuff for their soils to protect their fucking crops, all that other stuff. But the one thing that they are still doing is land burning. They still do burn the lands. Unfortunately, they're burning the chemicals from the pesticides and all that stuff into the soil. But they at least have the concept down.
For the Horde.
They just
Well,
need, need to, you know, stop using the fucking pesticides.
Yeah,
Speak,
I don't think
friend.
anybody's gonna stop.
Be safe.
No, unfortunately, too many people are brainwashed into the old system, basically. They have to be retrained, and unfortunately, Romania is about 20 to 30 years behind everyone else, so it'll be a while, I think, before they actually catch on to that stuff.
Yeah.
Fortunate.
Ooh, S minus. Let's go.
Bro, the funniest shit. Flag carrier was running through tunnel with 3 orcs escorting him. And they were all plate wearers, like wearing the same gear.
Loktar. Strength.
Looked like he had a little hired posse.
It was, yeah, it was legendary.
Strength and honor. McGraw, go forth to victory.
I think I'm actually off league now anyway, Matt. No worries.
Oh, just one was enough?
Yep, one and done. If I log on and get an S right away, I call it a good night.
Yeah, it's fair. I'd probably do this. What you gonna do next?
Probably surf token trove and see if I can sell a couple more stuff. Thanks.
I listed a few more today. Listed some stuff. I'm now up at 60 IMX.
Nice.
Slowly building up. I need to really build up, so
Brawlhall.
there's the mining.
Go forth to victory. McGraw. For the Horde. Blood and thunder. Farewell.
Oh, what? It's Wintergrass was
Oh.
passed.
Actually, yes.
What? What?
Something on OpenSea sold.
Oh shit, grats. What sold?
I think it was my dragon avatar. For TCG World Online.
Oh, okay. I was like, Dragon Avatar. Heck, you talking about?
Yeah, I had a dragon thing and
64 IMX, something else sold.
nice. Now I can finally convert the GOG I've been holding. Which I'll do right now. Swap GOG. Max for Max.
One of the biggest things that I want to reincorporate into my diet, and I actually want to start doing it myself, is fermented honey, basically mead. The ancients used to have that, and it was really keeping. It was basically like a natural antibiotic slash probacteria for their body, and the old ways of growing it pretty much are not no one does them because the fucking, commissions and stuff like that that allow alcohol to be sold have very strict requirements of filtering shit and making sure none of the original, stuff is in there so that it's like as pure in their eyes as can be. But what they do when they go through the purification process kills all of the health benefits of mead. So, I think one of the biggest things I'm going to start doing is I actually think I'm going to source some honey and start fermenting my own mead soon. It's actually not that hard. You just get some honey, put it in some good water, spring water, and you let it ferment over a course of like 30 to 60 days. There's some other things in there too, obviously, but just of it. I got a scam email that's cracking me up. Get F gift now. Yeah, it spells YH, which was supposed to be 5WJ58, and then they write to me, they go fast, creak as to down, could PA, that it can't happen, begins, head in to steer max, but this, this, hands, says boat can't. 53675555433. What the fuck kind of a scam is this? And that just has a thing to open. Unreal. The bots are failing. AI is, or either that or the AI has come to life. Yeah, it is. Hope it stays. Get well, but I hope it does. I did hear something very interesting though, and there's gonna be a brief moment where the euro will collapse, and because of that, it'll trigger a fire sale on all these like assets, and basically the buying power of the USD will actually be very high in that period of time to be able to buy against these assets when that happens, and then after that would be the crash of the dollar. Very interesting.
What is this time frame?
The person who said that this was all going to start boiling down basically made it sound like this was going to happen sometime over the next 2 to 3 months. So, that the collapse, at least the start of this would be the collapse of the EU, the euro and shit. So.
And then what?
Then they'll try to reintroduce their plan for a global currency. Basically be central bank digital currency. Which are a very scary prospect. Completely anti that, but until people start standing up to this shit, it's to be the direction everything. Hey Charlie Force, what's going on? Obviously, I await other people's opinion on what's going to happen to the market. With a huge grain until I start seeing something, you know, play out the way that that goes. Then I'm like, okay, I'll at least take it into consideration or advisement. The one thing I will say that gives a little bit of credence to his story in terms of the EU collapse is that, I mean, it's a given that if the citizens of the EU won't have access to fucking heat or electricity because of rolling outages, that likely there will be riots and protests, and the value of the EU currency will obviously drop because the buying power will go down. No one will be able to get the shit that they need. So, I mean, Germany basically already announced something to the effect that they are expecting that this is going to be an extremely difficult winter in terms of pricing for energy and stuff like that in general, and that there may actually be outages and stuff like that across the board for German citizens. So,
Freeze them to death.
Yep.
I saw a story yesterday that there's 2 more strains of this COVID.
Yeah, I saw
I'm
that
sure.
too. I saw
Yeah.
that too, and I'm
Stay
sure
home.
that those. By the way, those actually happened to be announced around the same time that a lab announced that they had made a even more deadly version of COVID, which I'm pretty sure is considered gain of function. I thought we had agreed that gain of function was a fucking terrible thing. But okay, let's just make it fucking more lethal while we're at it. Why the fuck not?
They're monsters. I mean, they have an agenda. And you're
I
not
mean,
in it,
obviously.
I'm not in it.
Of course. I mean, they think that we're not in it. They don't know.
Right, that's a better way, yeah. They don't know how to deal with us, so they make more plagues. And now, you know, with the whole mandate, it's coming down that they do it to the kids. And I saw something from Robert Kennedy about it. They have to do it to the kids for them to get the ability to. They have to make the kids sick for them to have the ability to mandate that this is in the vaccines.
Yeah, of course.
They're about to really attack little children.
Yeah, and the monsters need to be taken care of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I can't believe it's not been done.
Oh, I
There's
can.
people
I
in
can
power
because
that have.
I can because everyone's been pussified, and most people don't even realize like the game that's being played and how long it's been being played for. For example, I didn't even know this. You want to know what the name? I'm sure you know who Klaus Schwab is. Anyone who is anyone fucking knows who he is. But do you know who his family is?
I mean,
his
I've been
direct
through all that
relatives. His direct
rabbit hole.
relatives. His direct relatives are the fucking Rothschilds. He's a descendant of the Rothschild family.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Everyone's like, the Rothschilds have no power? Are you fucking kidding? The person who's in charge is a fucking Rothschild.
Yeah. They own it.
They literally fucking own it. And until people start to wake up and say, we don't want fucking Rothschilds ruling the world and telling us what to do because they believe that they have divine order over the rest of humanity, until that moment happens, until people say no more, unfortunately, we're going down that path.
That's still recharging.
Yeah.
Spade isn't ready yet.
Oh, God. Help us all.
That's still recharging.
I just want to play WoW and be able to make ends meet, make all my kids and all their friends to be good and healthy.
Just want humanity to actually have a chance to be human
Cast that
for
yet. That's
once in
still
like
recharging.
thousands of years. It's like
Yeah.
we've been slaves for thousands of years. Everyone's like, oh, we're not slaves. We're free. No, you're not free. You've just been given more tools to be a part of this slavery system that they've now implemented. You're still a fucking slave.
Yeah.
They make everyone, and this is the part that doesn't really register for people. They make everyone believe that it's normal to spend your entire life until you're 60 to 70 working for their system, making just enough to survive, only to get to 60 to 70 to experience the things in life that you dreamed about experience when you're too old to experience them in a lively way. Basically, you're experiencing these things when you're already slow and aged and don't want to have the fun, live life the way that life is meant to be lived. It's a fucking pathetic game, and I can't believe people still play it.
Yep. I think all of us do a pretty good job of unplugging it. Pulling back from the system altogether. I mean, we all have pretty much given them a middle finger and don't partake. But what we need is still
Or
a farm and land and yeah.
there's a little bit more
Capability.
congregate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Just me even saying that will probably label me as some fucking terrorist, even though I'm not. Even though so there's two ways that you can go about doing, fighting the system. The first is obviously you can get violent. Most people will probably choose that option. I don't actually think that's the way that you go about it, though. I think that's the game that they want you to play because then you fall into their fucking demonic system of control. Basically, you're doing the things that are least human-like. Basically turning you into animals and turning us into herd-like mentality. I think that the best way to go about it is to be just remove yourself from the system altogether. Just non-participation, sorry. I was gonna say non-participatory and I put the Sean at the end, so combining two things together, but just non-participation in general in their fucking game.
Non-participation.
Yep. And I think we're all good at that. Not participating.
We just need more people not participating. And I think it needs to be more than just non-participating. At a soul level, people need to come to the point in their soul, like deep in their fucking soul, that literally says, I'm done with this game, and then literally have their souls drop the tools that they've been playing with, that the slavers gave us. It needs to come at a soul level cry, I believe.
You really think they're gonna?
I think people will. I don't think people will until the moment of desperation really hits them. Like, till the moment that they realize that the game that they're playing has put them into a place where they're no longer even surviving. They're not even capable of surviving. They're literally given stuff from someone else. And I think when that happens, there will be a moment, one moment, it'll be a blip. It'll be a little blip, and that's when I think we'll see humanity split into two. I think we're going to see humanity literally split into the slaves who want to be a part of the system, the slavery system, and the ones who absolutely will not conform to the slavery system. And there'll probably be a battle. There generally probably will be a battle. And that will be the battle that will be worth fighting for. But the fight that they're trying to get everyone to fight right now is not the battle to fight for. Like this bullshit, like fight the fucking system through political means and fighting who's in office and all that. That's the game that they want people to play. Because it's the illusion of control. None of that shit matters. None of it matters. The only thing that matters is the real battle for freedom. The one that's not a part of their system that they've designed and built for us to try to play. That's it.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Don't disagree.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready.
All I do in my time, instead of trying to, you know, fight that, is I try to educate people in general through my Twitch stream. Whether or not they stay or they don't, that's one thing. But I do try to at least share the truth because I believe that we have a collective consciousness that everyone has access to, and that maybe just by voicing up a little bit more, having more and more people start to voice, that will end up in the collective consciousness more and more people will wake up to the
That's
truth.
still
There are
recharging.
slaves.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
A long way to go with some, that's for sure.
Hey Charlie, here's some tea fuel from freezing German. Are you from Germany, Charlie? I hope you're not freezing. I hope you're not being serious that you're freezing right now. Also, let me know.
Go to the kitchen, you guys. I'll be back.
Alright. Have fun. Are you currently freezing? I hope not, Charlie. I hope not. I know it's coming. I know that there's a lot of shit coming to Germany this winter, so I hope it's not actually already hit you yet.
That's still recharging.
Yeah, I know, winter's coming. I actually have another person from Germany that watches me, and I've known him for a very long time. He's a very good friend. I don't know if he's still watching. He might be asleep. Hopefully he is. Hopefully he's getting some rest.
That spell isn't ready yet.
And I genuinely am worried that it's gonna be a rough winter for German citizens in general.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Cast that yet.
I always thought to have, like, I don't know. You guys have data, you have to tell me if you want, but I've always thought maybe I should just have, like, common sense down to earth conspiracy. Nothing too far out there. Nothing like
I need a target.
the sometimes extreme sounding conspiracy stuff, but like more down to earth stuff that people should be kind of paying attention. I could have gone up there, but it's fine. What part of Germany are you in, Charlie? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, maybe, but you also have your Deutsche Bank that's also on the brink of defaulting on all of its debts too, which could cause the total economic collapse of the EU. Like, okay. Walk away. And if that happens, then obviously it'll be even more extreme in Germany. There's multi-factors that are going on in Germany that's crazy. Northeast? Okay, I think that's roughly where my other friend lives as well, Charlie. I've been to Germany. I visited a little bit of Germany. Nice place. What do you mean by winning? From what I last read about the Deutsche Bank, was as of like a couple of weeks ago, their stock was in like total disarray and debt from
I can't cast that yet. That's still
investors and stuff like that starting to pull out worldwide, and the fact that most of their assets and money has been tied up in foreign ventures that are not able to pay back the debt that is owed to them. So they basically overextended their investment profile. So that's what I last read, like 2 weeks ago. It's always good to get some more inside information from someone who's actually living in Germany, for sure. I don't know if you actually follow this stuff. Yeah, I know the Deutsche Bank had this. Money doesn't disappear, but, well, you say money doesn't disappear, but the value with money does disappear, which is what happened when the Great Depression happened in 1929. Value of the money that was being circulated around just suddenly collapsed because the notes were worth literally nothing. It's also what happened in Venezuela and a couple other places around the world. Like, it doesn't take much. And honestly, the pandemic shit kind of put everything in a state where manufacturing and stuff like that worldwide it was shut down. And the output that comes from a lot of countries to, you know, foreign regions in general, like the export of like goods and services and stuff like that, has definitely devalued a lot of things. And the buying power of the German, well, not just the German, but the euro in general is obviously much less right now because the cost of energy is going through the roof. And basically, if you can't pay for energy at a reasonable rate, then the value of the currency that you're trying to pay for in obviously becomes devalued over time as well. Oh yeah, I mean, obviously the interest is, yeah, obviously all of the banking system right now is nothing but a giant Ponzi scheme. I'm a full crypto person, so 100% into crypto. I don't really buy into the idea or notion that a singular government should run, or a singular group of governments should run the value of what currency is. I think currency should actually be in the hands of the people to determine whether or not what something's worth. Because when you leave it to corrupt governments and stuff like that, they manipulate it and control it, and only the people at top end up having and holding all of the value associated with that money. So it's like, yeah. I'm hardcore into the power, putting the power back in the hands of people in general. It's good that you're at least at some level awake. I mean, I would like to believe that I'm, you know, a pretty awake person, but there's still so much to learn, and there's still so much out there to learn. I would never dare think that I know, well, everything, or say that I know everything. I might know more than some people, but there's still so much out there. So much of the game being played. It's hard to keep track of some of the stuff too.
I'm probably out for the night.
Cool. Good night, bro. Love you.
She's never seen Lord of the Rings before, so I think we're gonna
My-
marathon it over the weekend.
My girl has never seen Lord of the Rings before. I should marathon it with my girl. That's what I should
I
do.
was listening to the fucking Shire music while I was showering this morning. I was like, have you seen this shit? And she said no, so.
My girl has not seen Lord of the Rings either. I need to get her watching that shit. Probably the best thing of my childhood.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do Rings of Power or any of the extra New Age shit. It's just gonna be the old school good stuff.
If you're gonna do that, then you must watch the extended versions. The only way to do it.
That's still
the versions.
They have all.
There was the shorter version.
So they have the theater version, the theatrical version, and then they also have what they call the extended versions, which added like
Isn't ready yet.
maybe 45 minutes to each movie in length, but they added a whole bunch of scenes that add more depth to the overall story.
So I'm gonna feel like I'm being Mandela affected the entire time. Okay.
Yeah, probably. But it's honestly worth it. The extended scenes are... There's some interesting ones that are in there that definitely help move the story forward the right way.
Shelter your weak, your young, and your old.
Anything else I should
Each of you shall pay the final
Resident
sum.
Alien.
Cry for mercy. The
I'm telling you right now, your girl will like
reckoning
that.
has come.
Would you recommend that
I don't know if that one's on Netflix.
Oh, I didn't see it yet. You said you watched the first episode already.
Oh, that's probably what we'll watch.
What? First episode of what?
It's where there's a bunch of people trying to do a challenge, and one of the people is sabotaging the challenge secretly through the...
Oh, yeah, the mole. Yeah. I love how you were describing it as though you didn't want me to know what it was. Are you the mole?
I love you.
Alright. Take it easy, brother. Love you. You don't have a 20 years? You don't have a TV for over 20 years, so you know mostly... Yeah, most of TV is propaganda. Almost everything on TV is some form of propaganda, some form of agenda, whether it's politicized, or religiousized, or sexualized. There's some fucking agenda that is behind almost all TV. It's a shame.
I can't do that yet.
We have to go back down south here. I need to... Oh. Okay.
Greetings.
The sky is dark. The fire burns. You strive in vain as fate's wheel turns. Tis you I spurn. Now feel the burn!
Wow, that literally one-shot me. That's insane. That's insane. Hey, we've... Oh, I thought we put out this fire. I was like, oh, hey, we've made some progress. I don't think there's enough people trying to put out fire right now, fortunately. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a problem with journalism, that like, old school journalism did used to have a little bit of, like, investigative journalism in there, and it would actually not be so heavily propagandized by one of the three, companies, 4 companies that own that, but, like, the problem is that the vast majority of the world is actually run by BlackRock at this point, so literally, they fund everything. And if they have something an agenda that they want to push, that's the agenda that gets pushed. They're the ones with the money. Fortunately, they run like 60 to 70% of the total world's wealth. The Aladdin software.
I need to get closer.
Oh, I should probably help them. Really. Let's get one fire out.
The
And then,
town still burns. A cleansing fire! Time is short! I'll soon retire! It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away. My flames have died, left not a
Hey.
spark. I shall send you myself
quest
to the
done.
lifeless
Alright.
dark.
Zug zug.
oh shit, Rick went to bed.
Yahoo! For
Yeah.
my blood to
Still
spill,
something to do.
yet to vanquish me, 'tis my head you
I'm
must
out
kill.
of range. Strength and honor. Farewell. I can't use that item yet.
It's at least good that you're aware of that kind of stuff, though, Charlie. By the way, that all of these news articles, news organizations, and stuff, they all play the manipulation
friend.
game. Most people aren't aware of that. They don't wake up to that.
Be safe. Loktar! Go with honor.
Very true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, obviously. If you've lived in propaganda, it's definitely more than likely you're free to propaganda. My wife is from communist Romania. Grew up in post-communist Romania, so G2 also knows what propaganda looks like in general, just as a result of living there. West Germany is the happy sleep.
Strength and honor.
German. That's funny.
Victory. What are you looking for? May your blades never dull. What are you looking for?
Oh shit.
For the Horde.
Pro trainers there. Where's that?
Speak.
Mokra. Go forth to victory.
Oh, it's down here.
Loktar.
Literally the pet trainer right here.
Makra. Be
And
safe.
this is a
Loktar.
you. But you this quest that
May your
he has
blades
right
never
here
dull.
is probably to get me.
For the Horde.
It's probably a level 10 quest. Oh. I genuinely hope more and more people start to wake up to the bullshit that the world leaders are playing. I do. It just takes time and a voice, a calm voice, honestly. Angry voices do nothing but stir the pot, and when the pot is stirring, people are too busy, you know, caught in the fucking swirls and not paying attention to shit that's actually needing to be paid on attention to.
Matt, did you get yourself any heirloom gear for faster leveling?
I did, yeah.
Oh, good.
I got one piece right now, but I'm probably gonna try to get another piece. I only get 10%
You can buy some pieces at Wintergrasp too.
I bought one at Wintergrass, but where do you buy the rest of them from?
The heirloom vendor, the Triumph, or Heroism, I mean.
Okay, do you turn in honor for that?
heroisms from dungeons and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. I need to actually, that's the thing, I need to do more, get more heroism. And how much is it per piece? I think it's like 20 to 40, right?
Sure.
I only got the one from what, the Hunter Grasp
Actually,
stuff.
I do know. The chest is 40, the shoulders are 40, the trinket is 50, the main hand and off hands together is 80.
That's a lot of heroism to do.
You don't need to. You can just get a two-hander, probably. Maybe that's 80 also, though.
Probably 80 also. I'm just saying that's a lot to do. Like,
Well, you already got the chest, right?
no, I got the shoulders. I just got the exceptional Storm Shroud shoulders, the leather ones. I wanted to get the male ones, but then I thought, oh yeah, I won't be able to wear those anyway until I'm fucking 40, because you can't wear male until 40. So I figured I'd get those right now. And it's 10% additional XP gain. Which right now is not much. But over time, it'll probably mean something. What's great about these shoulders is I'll actually be able to pass them over to my twink. The leather ones anyway. They have. It's a hunter as well. This is not going to be my twink hunter though. This snip snap trap is the one that I'm using for trying to get up to the guild. What the guild needs. The one that I created for twinking is the one I named Kiting Your Mom.
Cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell
And I
is
think,
ready yet.
what's that?
I like that.
Oh, snip snap trap?
That spell
Yeah.
is ready yet. That's still recharging.
I want to join it, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait. I will do it. Trust me, I will. But I signed a little thing, and I'm waiting for this guy to form the guild. I will. He hasn't formed it yet. As soon as he does, then I will join. And I will be one of the only hunters in the guild. A hunter shaman. I'll probably get to go through a whole entire run and just with Nax with the whole guild after everyone's already geared up and get fully geared out in one run like that fucking guy we carried.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
What are you gonna do for your twink? You know yet?
Sure.
You're gonna do a hunter too? What are you
I
gonna
already
name?
have a 24.
What level are you gonna do for a twink? I thought we were gonna do 19 twinks.
4, so I was just gonna do 29.
Gotcha. I mean, I could still do 20. I could rush to 20. Is there, like, something that you can wear that prevents you from gaining XP?
You could just talk to an NPC and he'll snap your FP.
Nice.
That's still recharging. Cast that yet. spell isn't ready yet.
Then I will consider doing that.
That's
when
not
I
recharging.
go on another 129. I want to get this one up first. I want to start. I want to have an 80. So what is this blurriness? What do you mean? What is this blurriness? I mean, I know I had some drinks tonight, Drake. I know that I was drinking Romanian strawberry moonshine, but I think translating over to blurriness for you guys.
Recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
I just realized. Question.
That's still recharging. Can't cast that yet. I need a target. I don't have a target.
Oh, it sucks you have to watch it on jet quality.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
That the whole way. That sucks. When do you get good internet again, Drake? Yeah, at least it's loaded. Oh, that's quite some ways. That's quite a ways from now. That when you get another contracted place that you can live in, or is that just why so long?
Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
skills to play Hunter. Decent spot.
Cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Well, that sucks, Drake. I'm sure you'll find the place that you're meant to be. It sucks that it's taking you the time to do that, though. For sure, that really sucks.
I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. Cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you,
recharging.
Drake. Believe me. For a very different reason.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Okay, Charlie, I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful night, brother.
That spell isn't ready
Good
yet.
luck in Germany if I don't see you again soon. Hopefully I do, though.
That spell isn't
I appreciate you
That's
stopping
still
in.
recharging. I can't cast that yet.
Here's a little, have a good rest of your night gift.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
wizard Skysi is now following.
Nope, I appreciate it, Wizard, but I don't, actually. I'm a graphic designer myself, so... Best of luck on your hunt, but, pretty all set with that.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
No, it's all good. You don't have to. Like I said, I'm a graphic designer myself. So I appreciate it though.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Actually, I'm gonna be remaking my logo myself pretty soon. Actually, doing up a cool design for it. Reminded me that I had that in mind.
I can't cast that. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I need to target something first. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Tell me what you want. I can see if I can grab it for you.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's
Can't
still
say it'll be quick.
recharging.
Can't say it'll happen immediately, but I can at least make an attempt at it.
I don't have a target.
Skulls up. Sweet. That's it done. What? It would actually probably be. Coming is slower. Interesting. What styling would you want? Black and whites? Full color? Well, obviously it's going to be in your back, so you want to have a larger one. Question would be more along the color or
Relax.
a shading effect.
Okie dokie. I can't equip that.
It's interesting you say that because I have this t-shirt design that we've designed, and I don't think we've sold a single t-shirt with that design, and it does have a rounded like effect that I think has all the stuff you're talking about, with the exception of the wisdom, health, and peace rune. So it would be something that I actually would be to possibly repurpose that I would probably get it as a t-shirt itself, but not with your runes around. Just it's a very, very detailed shirt. Although I will say this, I would repurpose. I would still redraw it. I would redraw it for your particular thing, because I had my wife design it something that I would like, based on like descriptions that I have for that, but I couldn't have it redone in a similar styling. You and me both, Drake. You and me both.
Brawlhall, go forth to victory.
The amount speed things. Yeah, no, I totally get that. So you're looking for a far more hardcore one.
What's
Yeah,
up?
I don't think the t-shirt idea would be
Be good.
good for that, actually. So... Wild West? Oh, that's for the Brewfest quest. I'm probably gonna end my stream here soon, by the way. Not too long from now. Really soon. I'm pretty tired. I've had a really fucking long day. And it's one of those kind of days.
What you want? Stay away from the voodoo.
Yeah, no, I totally get that, Drake. Speaking of like Odin and all that, I need to get back to finishing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're actually really close to. I was really close to finishing that game. They released a whole entire new section focused strictly on Odin's story, and I did it.
Glory to the Horde. Dabu, Ogra, for the Horde.
Yes, fool.
What are you looking for? May your blades never dull.
Really close. Nope, honestly I saved that for the stream. But I do need to get back to that game. We need to finish the mainline story, which I was actually really finishing. If I remember correctly, we had just gone through the story where your brother openly betrays you. Or just started to openly betray you and mock you, so... Yeah, we have to get back to that really soon. I want to finish that.
That ability isn't ready yet.
I also have another game that we're gonna play too on stream that I want to do. Maybe I'll do it this week. So the deal is on weekends I'm gonna be playing World of Warcraft. But during the weekdays, when I stream on weekdays, I think I'm gonna do something. I might focus on streaming single player based games. I'm thinking of, so there's this game called, I don't know if you
How can
remember
old
me,
fortune
called The
help
Plague's
you?
Tale. And that just
Welcome
launched
to
the second
Orgrimmar.
one.
Have you come to serve the Horde?
So, thinking I should probably stream that during the weekdays or something. I used to do the single player stuff on Sundays, but because most of the raids and stuff that I'm doing with friends in World of Warcraft are on weekends in general, I try to stream World of Warcraft on week. The only reason why I'm not really playing Tarkov on stream anymore either is just Captain's not playing it, and I got tired of playing by myself, so.
How you doing, man? Spirits be with you, man. Trollhound! For the Horde!
Definitely good. About ready to start relaxing, get ready to go to sleep. I just kind of turned out the stream to chill tonight. Anyway, I've been streaming for a little while, so.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. It's too far away. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Cast that yet. Something first. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Nice. Wait, that was actually. East. Oh. Oh. I know nothing about hunters. I need to get a pet, I think. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually... I think I'm gonna end the stream here, guys, and chill. So... Wait a second.
Cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Felt that. Alright. I'm gonna take off for the night, guys. I hope you have a wonderful night. Good luck with whatever games you guys are playing. Hope you guys have some epic time, epic adventures, even streams. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you guys for the next stream. Next stream will be tomorrow night. We're gonna stream some oh wow.
Ready yet. That's still recharging.
So hopefully I'll catch you guys for tomorrow's stream.
I can't cast that
Until
yet.
then, this is CVTV. Really signing off, guys. Peace and good night, everybody.